A warm namaste to all, and a good morning and a good evening, good afternoon to all you are joined for this webinar. I hope you can hear me and no, you can see me and see the presentation. Just type yes in the question and answers panel, please. Yeah, someone volunteers. Thank you so much, Vikram. Okay, lovely. So welcome all. I am going to talk about hybrid project management. This was actually released by PMI. Thanks, Nurania. And this was released by PMI in 2024 June. Okay, in the Pulse of Profession, no, the report that they publish every year. And this was one of the main topics suggesting that hybrid project management is what people are or organizations are considering. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of that added with my own kind of analysis on the subject. And that's what I want to do that. We had chosen this webinar, this topic, because something is this hybrid project management is a lot of people using. People do not know about hybrid or what's that. People want to know more about this term. So this is, people have heard about this term, but relatively it's a new term. Many people define this term in their own way. So let's start this webinar. This is a little bit about me without the beard. Okay, so I love project management. That's my ikigai. That's how I started Prothoughts, and I love talking about project management. Even today's webinar with all of you. So thank you for joining, all of you. I think there are some people who are joining. Most of the people join between 8 o'clock to 8:05 or 8:10. Okay, so all are welcome. And I hope you take away something from this. You can ask me questions any point or no, during this webinar, although I have reserved the last 15 minutes odd for questions and answers. Okay, so but you can ask me anytime these questions. Okay, superb. Okay, thank you once again all joining this webinar. Just to warm up a little, I'm going to open with a poll, okay, for all of you. Okay, so the poll is, what is hybrid project management? So just a single choice. What do you think? Okay, everyone can answer this. What do you think about hybrid project management? Please attempt. Okay, I hope you can see. Yes, you can see on the screen. Okay, almost 70% have answered. Okay, 80%. Okay, lovely. Okay, the majority is saying that hybrid is more than just predictive and agile. The rest of the people is saying that hybrid is PMP plus Scrum, or hybrid is predictive plus agile. Okay, so that's great. Okay, thank you for your inputs on what is hybrid project management. So I'm going to talk how PMI suggests what is hybrid project management. First of all, the claim that we are saying that hybrid project management is up by 57% as PMI suggests. I want to show that so that you are aware that this is the right information and this is what PMI is suggesting rather than me, who is talking about that. So this is from the Pulse of Profession 2024 15th edition. This is on the first page where they say, okay, the fit for purpose approach, right? So fit for purpose approach, and I'm going to do some statistics for you, but it is a whooping 57% increase, okay, right from 2020, from 30%. So that's a whooping high number. It's almost 100% rise. Okay. the predictive approaches are still the common way of doing a project, but they have declined to 43%, and agile is only 6% up from 23% to 24.6%, right? So this is okay, the statistics, and they actually cover all the people, and they have their justifications of conducting the survey, which is there in the pulse of profession. Given the PMI such a large body, I think they must have done a fair job. So let's value what they have said on this, right? So if you want this, I can send you the link as well, where you can actually download, or you can type in Google Pulse of the Profession 2024, and if you're a member, you can download the report as well. But I'm going to show you a glimpse of the report. It's what is exactly hybrid project management. Is this something as a new trend, or what is hybrid? Hybrid is not just PMP and agile, or okay, predictive and agile. There are different spectrums of hybrid. Hybrid is not 50% PMP or 50% agile. Hybrid is a mix of predictive and agile, and many organizations use this mix in various ways. For instance, one end of the spectrum is talking a predictive life cycle. It's your normal waterfall or serial life cycle, where you plan in detail at the start, and then, okay, you actually execute the plan. So you have done a detailed plan for the entire project, and then you analyze, or no, you execute the plan. And if there are any change requests, you change the plan, you change the baseline. Okay, that's how you are the most common. Okay, from the 1990s we have been using that is predictive. And at the other end of the spectrum, we have agile, where you have small sprints or small iterations that you have, okay, small project cycles, which you time boxed it as an iteration, and you kind of work which shortens your feedback. You can deliver the value sooner. So there is like not so much of detailed planning. Okay, you can do the daily planning, you can do the iteration planning, you can do the release planning, but it's not as extensive as predictive, right? And in the middle of this three, okay, two no approaches, you have the hybrid approach, and many organizations use in various ways. Okay, one is a little predictive centric hybrid approach, one is okay agile centric hybrid approach, and one is a little balanced hybrid approach. And there are some examples that we have noted on this, like okay, the predictive centric hybrid approach uses like your daily coordination meetings. Okay, you use retrospectives, so use ceremonies from the scrum, which is scrum is no what we believe is that scrum is a good starting point, because it's prescription based. What is prescription based? It tells you exactly how to do things. Okay, it's very easy, right? Suppose there is someone who tells, okay, you need to do in the morning when you come 10 to 10:15, do this daily stand-up meeting. I know what exactly I need to do. Okay, instead of I don't know where to start or what to do. So it's very easy to learn. Okay, Scrum. Okay, even in half a day, you will learn what is Scrum. What is difficult in Agile is to develop or inculcate the mindset of Agile, how you think. Okay, so this is something which I have observed in a lot of companies where I do consulting. Okay, they do this and they don't know, and then they say, oh, we are not really doing Agile. But we are doing this. Okay, we are doing, or some people say we are doing Agile, but they are only doing this. And the mindset is really predictive, but they are doing the daily stand-ups, they are doing the retrospective after maybe after every phase, or no, they do short cycles as well. And they started using agile terminology, but the mindset is still predictive. We call it from a pure agile perspective, agile in name only, but I hear we have named it hybrid. Okay, I did this approach, okay, for one of my projects in 2009. Okay. And that was really like 15 years back. And at that time, there was no concept of hybrid. Okay. And I had named my project as a hybrid and written a technical paper on hybrid, which was selected in the PMI national conference. And I got an opportunity to present that hybrid approach. I had done that for the state government of Maharashtra. And we used, okay, the agile principles, and typically I did this part mostly of a hybrid approach, right? Okay. And the balanced approach is where you actually have detailed planning and you do the developments in a iterative style. Okay, rather no checking whether the proof of concept is working, and you do iterations on that. So you are doing a mix of things. So the for development you are following the agile. For the earlier things, probably you are using the predictive, and this is more agile centric approach, where you say that, okay, I am doing sequential things. I'm doing development and I'm doing testing, and then I'm actually doing the unit user acceptance testing, etc., in different kind of iterations. So I'm having the mindset of predictive, but I'm not completely agile, but I'm following a lot of agile. Or you can see this, that how, one way to see this work spectrum is that how to change, like transformation exercises I do. Okay, how to change from predictive to agile completely. It's a journey. You can't just jump from predictive and to agile. So this is a journey. This is somewhere people actually go about doing things. This is a good way to help you understand where you are in your organization, or your organization is following which part. No, sometimes many organizations say that I have moved from predictive to agile, but are you really here, or are you really here? Is something that you need to check. But what PMI is suggesting, most of the companies are here. 57%. That's pretty high, right? And mostly most companies are on this side of your no, towards the predictive side when you're saying hybrid. So this is a pretty good slide, okay, and talks about what is hybrid. So hybrid has gray areas. It is not very, very perfect. When I say hybrid, hybrid can be 90% predictive and 10% agile as well, or it can be 10% predictive and 90% agile. So this is, okay, your hybrid. Okay, if I had to show you certain things and how this are going to do that is, okay, what organizations, as they are moving, okay, they have recognized the aspect that, okay, I need to go to agile. Okay, I need to make it agile centric organization. And agile is not about adopting a practice like a scrum or safe or anything. Agile, when I say I need to adopt a agile mindset is that I need to reduce my waste. I need to reduce my feedback loops. Okay, I need to deliver the values. And that is something which I call it agile. Okay, how you do that, by which practice, that's secondary, right? So hybrid, okay, is a journey. Okay, when people are doing sequential way, when you're doing sequential predictive ways, okay, the feedback loops are larger, the rework is higher, the delays are higher, and therefore you have a strong case to go towards agile. Okay, so many organizations do not, it's not easy to travel, okay, do that journey from predictive to agile. So many organizations are finding it a fit for purpose approach. They don't want to be completely agile because many people are comfortable with predictive and they don't see a reason to do that. But they see that there are some portions, like sometimes a development team, or some portions that needs to be more agile centric. And therefore, we call it a fit for purpose approach. Okay. So having what is that right fit for approach? okay, fit for purpose approach, the right fit for purpose approach, okay, is some things that a consultant or a project manager or the middle management needs to figure it out. Okay, so I think today the middle management is shifting its gear from a controlling aspect then to a enabler aspect. Yesterday, the middle management was more of control things, assigning things, controlling whether things are doing or not. Today, the middle management is of a enabler management. Okay, they need to enable the workers to do the right thing. Okay, they need to enable the workers to do the right thing, and therefore to enable the workers they need to know what is the right thing, and therefore this is which will save millions of dollars, rupees, whatever you call. Okay, having the right approach does save, okay, result in, okay, when I say save, that results in reducing your cost of delay. When I say cost of delay, that means your rework, that means your multiple feedbacks and transitions. I call it handbacks and handoffs, okay, which is like the waste in the company. Okay, waste creates a lot of problems, a lot of delays, and because of the delays the customer gets the value later. You want to deliver the value sooner. Once he gets the value sooner, he gets the confidence, reassurance, and he pays money for that. You get the revenue, you have the cash flow running. Okay, so it's very important, right, to have the right approach. It will result in more revenue, less cost. Makes sense for a business, right? So this is your insight about hybrid. Just a little more statistics. This is all PMI based, okay, which I written the source down, right? So you can see, okay, the hybrid has really taken up, okay, and the agile has a little drop here, and of course, the predictive also is dropping. So 57%, okay, hybrid is taking up on this. Now, if you look at different industries, okay, how they perform, I don't know which industries. You can see construction is more, okay, comfortable in the predictive approach. Whereas financial services like captive banking units, okay, which are, no, they want to be more agile. I have one big client, okay, they are doing disciplined agile. Okay, 58% or 53% is hybrid. The lesser is predictive. IT is spread out, okay, some kind of everyone is doing everything. Okay, so this is interesting data for you guys, how the world is moving. I don't know which organizations you are in, right? I'm sorry for the print. I could not know zoom it more. Okay. Okay. But if you see here, this is chiefly predictive. A lot of people in are this is mostly predictive with agile components. This is what it is. Okay. This is like combination of agile and things. So this is purely agile with a predictive rollout. Okay, and these are the different areas, okay, where agile practices are incorporated. So this is not a, no, this, the earlier slides give you a good data on this. So these are some of your statistics to support this. Okay, these are some of the statistics to support this. Project management, okay, when I say it's in a lot of demand. Last year, PMI did a lot of revenue through their gold standard certification called PMP. And there has been a huge demand in project management that is only going to increase. Project management, especially in India and China, are going to be in good demand in the next decade as well. So, so you guys, I trust that you are into the project management space. They are in good demand now. But the point is how to do the project management. Things have changed from last year. Earlier, you were purely using predictive. After the COVID, agile concept has been accelerated. But many companies is finding it tough to move from predictive to agile, and they are using hybrid, right? So let me tell you about this PMP as well. Okay, PMP is a gold standard. That's a PMI next strategy, which means that they are focusing on a lot to make this is as a gold global standard of doing project management. One of the thing is they are infusing agile in the PMP itself. It appears like it is like at the end of things. So they are trying to make it as a product which has agile components thoroughly in that gold standard. But it is not a specialized agile. If you look at the syllabus, okay, of PMP, I will show you in the next slide. Okay, let me do before that a poll quiz. Okay, do you think okay, PMP is seen as a hybrid methodology or it is like a predictive methodology? Can you just put your comments on this? Come on, everyone. Okay. Interesting. The majority, 80%, has said that PMP with newly added agile is truly hybrid methodology. Okay. And PMP, like 10% has said PMP is somewhat hybrid. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. That is really great. Thank you for that. So you are seeing PMP as a hybrid with agile introduced. Okay, lovely. This is the PMP syllabus. And I guess, okay, this is my insight. Okay, as I talk with a lot of PMP folks and PMI folks rather than PMP folks, PMI folks, this chapters where you get started and doing the work is like tailoring your approach. So it's like a framework, right? Framework is like a big box, like, where there are boundaries and rules to do things. But within that, okay, they are suggesting, okay, in the module 3, if you see the next edition 8, I think they will introduce tailoring the way you work, fit for purpose approach. I think sooner than later, they will introduce in the gold standard a fit for purpose approach. And that fit for a purpose approach is going to come in the module 3 and 4. If you have done the PMP, is basically executions and how you plan the stuff, right? Here, they will do a fit for purpose approach and they are going to introduce the agile components in the module 3 and 4 to do your work. And that's where they will actually make it more hybrid, concrete. This is my take on how the PMP is going to evolve as a gold standard because they can't keep it same. The world is changing. You need to change with the world. And perhaps they will have specialized agile certifications, but they will introduce, okay, big agile component within the PMP itself, probably. Okay. And then and that's what is their disciplined agile positioning as a tailored solution. So rather than moving as a specialized agile, okay, they will introduce a concept of disciplined agile, which is basically disciplined agile as a product is a fit for purpose solution. So if people are not heard about disciplined agile is positioned as a toolkit. Now they will reposition that toolkit, the word toolkit, as fit for purpose solution. Because Because disciplined agile, let me tell you, disciplined agile, okay, this is something which I want to explain for people who do not know. Disciplined agile is not a simple shop. It is fit for purpose because it has a huge, it's like a superstore. It has a huge knowledge base. It is leveraging all the agile practices. It is giving you a lot of data within the disciplined agile for you to choose as per your purpose or as per your context. Whatever you want, you pick up and you do the things. So disciplined agile, I'm giving an analogy as a superstore, but it is a huge knowledge base where you pick and choose what you want to do in the context, a broad context of the framework, which is PMP. Is what PMI is going to do next, is what I think. They are not announced it. Okay, this is no what I think they are going to do that. Okay, and disciplined agile fits well. So when I say disciplined agile is a big knowledge base, okay, what it I mean is that they are using all these popular practices, okay, leveraging the best out of the popular practices and showing you that uh, given your situation today, like no, you don't have the skills, the all the skills in your work, okay, you can probably use a Kanban method practice of pulling things. And I suggest that this is good for, they will say in the knowledge base, given that okay, you want to put a team, okay, construct a team, use a Kanban method where they say that how to build a team, and they will actually give you that practice. What is the use of this? Because I do disciplined agile. What is the use of this, of leveraging so many practice? It takes away your process overhead of how to do things, and this disciplined agile will suggest the right way of doing things. Okay, so because they take away your process overheads, you have now free time to do the actual work. You not to consider which method to use, which agile practice to use, whether it's safe is good, agile is good, disciplined agile nexus is good. Disciplined agile will tell you this is your context, this is the solution, you are fit for purpose solution, and therefore you're trying to become truly hybrid. Hybrid means a fit for purpose solution. Hybrid means to do what is right in your situation, be it construction, be it IT, be it healthcare, be it finance, be it any industry. They are saying that you use that solution which fits your context. That is disciplined agile. Disciplined agile also helps you to analyze your context or your situation by providing some factors, okay, which is like a spider chart. I'm not going deep into this right now. Okay, it will take another probably a webinar to explain what is how to analyze the context in disciplined agile. But okay, the disciplined agile, okay, toolkit will help you to analyze actually where is you have a little more complexity in your project. Is it no basically in your compliance? Is it because in the problem space in which you're operating, like the domain complexity? Where is the problem? Okay, where you need more assistance? What is your situation? Or you're complex in all the factors, then they will suggest solutions for everything. So they will try to give you guidance on what is your context, what is your purpose, and then they will also give you guidance, okay, choosing which life cycle you have. So they have different life cycles, okay, like agile, lean, exploratory, program, or team of teams, whereas the other popular scrum only have one life cycle. So they, according to your okay context or the problem you're facing or the work that you want to do, they will also provide solutions, and that solutions are given in terms of the decision points and options. Okay, they will give you solutions. It might be a little overwhelming right now for you guys if people are not no used to how disciplined agile is. Okay, might be overwhelming for some of you, that so much of information is there, and it can a little kind of take you back. But once you understand, it is very easy to choose things from disciplined agile, what is works for you. Like, for example, in this, there is a problem of there has been changing of stakeholder needs. They often change the requirements. So it tells the problem. Probably if I go deep down, I need to decide on how to get the requirements from the stakeholder. And I have different ways of getting that requirements. As a team, I will brainstorm and select the right way of doing things. Every option here, we call it option, every choice will have a positive and a negative. No choice is the best choice. The team decides what is the best, okay, choice as per their situation, because they are doing the work, they will decide. Okay. Disciplined agile suggests some choices like, no, this choice is better than the others because it's a proven thing when there is an arrow, etc. But yeah, you can use multiple choices when there is no arrow. But the point is, it helps you to select a choice as per your situation. How I know that this is the problem, I get to know as per my context, which I analyzed in the previous slides, right? And then I select the proper choice. So it's very interesting as such. And disciplined agile. So these are your decision points. These three are decision points. So disciplined agile gives you 327 decision points and more than this the choices I said, more than like 1800 choices, which is huge. In a project, I don't think you will end up using 20 choices or more as a project team, like a 6 months project team. So I think it's huge data. One of the challenges which I face with disciplined agile is probably I don't. It's many teams say that it's very overwhelming database. So when you first do that encounter with disciplined agile, it appears to be quite overwhelming. It it's too overwhelming. There are too many things to consider, and that's a typical problem. Okay, so there are too many things and people get a little repelled and no, oh my God, where to start? No, there's too much of information. I don't know. I'm more comfortable what I have been doing. I'm okay with the process overheads. Let me not get into that. This looks like a little inviting kind of a trouble. But trust me, after a week or two, when people get used, it is like, okay, you are on the track. So that the first instance of overcoming that first inertia is what you need to check about. Right? So this I tried to show you what is hybrid and no one fit for purpose. Now this is disciplined agile. Disciplined agile has Scrum lifecycle in it, so it's a good starting point. So if you are really doing predictive, okay, you are like into construction type and you're really comfortable doing predictive, but now you want to start using agile components and want to go in the hybrid note, maybe you will do Scrum. You will choose the agile life cycle, which is typically 5 ceremonies, and start doing things including agile components, and try to be on that hybrid journey, using it as when you want, and no use some choices from disciplined agile. Disciplined agile also has the predictive life cycle as well. Okay, so it has 7 life cycles, including agile, lean, predictive, exploratory, team of teams, which is a program, which is agility at scale, etc. Okay, so it's very interesting in that sense, right? So guys, no, I wanted to spend some time on this takeaways. I think this is a very interesting concept. No, it looks pretty simple when people talk about hybrid, and many people know about hybrid for sure. And but no, hybrid is taken in a very simplistic form and very casually, like it's a mix of predictive and agile. But many people or many projects in many organizations are still doing predictive but claim to be agile. Okay, so they have not moved to agile. So it's not using only ceremonies becoming agile. You need to slowly develop the mindset of agile. So when you are doing hybrid, it's very important to understand why we are doing that agile components. What is agile? What is this mindset? Why we are doing agile? Agile is a way of thinking. It's not a practice. Let me tell you again and again. I'm reiterating for the sake of it. But agile is a mindset. And unless the teams know why we do agile, you can't move into even from a predictive to a hybrid mode. So it is inculcating the mindset. Okay, it's not using Scrum practice and then waterfall or PMP practice. Okay, but okay, the fact, the truth, okay, the tenant today, which we all need to accept is that there is a need to do a fit for purpose approach. This will help, okay, to increase your project performance to a little higher levels as well. Okay, it will help you to put a more customized approach with a more focus on priorities like speed to market, value to the customer, which are missing a lot in today's organization. And why this today's organization I'm saying after agile, because today's landscape has become very competitive. A startup fintech business can challenge a well-established fintech company or a bank. So you need to be agile in that sense. Okay. So, so the idea here is that tomorrow's project professionals need to understand this very important topic of hybrid project management. And a project manager of tomorrow or even today needs to achieve, okay, the different ways of working, okay, to increase and enhance the project performance. Okay. So when I say no, let me tell you that tomorrow's project manager would be an enabler rather than a controlling project manager. He should be accustomed to the different ways of working, which will constitute the hybrid project management. He needs to be aware of what are the different practices in agile, how is agile conducted, what is the agile mindset, which are the components I need to choose by agile, what is a fit for purpose approach. These concepts will typically help tomorrow's project manager to be doing better for the organization. So the project management today is like at a cusp of evolving. Okay, we have been doing for 50 years a predictive approach, and now it's at a cusp. There are a lot of discussions, but I think a fit for purpose approach will evolve through this, which will have a mix of predictive and agile, given the context, right? What is the time? Okay, it's 8:40. Okay, I will just finish some slides and then no, probably we can take questions and answers. Okay. Uh, right. So in disciplined agile, okay, there are 5 certifications. Okay, and earlier there was ACP right from the start, but now they have included ACP. They're refurbishing the ACP and launching it again in October or November. And we have DSM, DSSM, DA Coach, and the DVSC. These are your, okay, the DVSC and DA Coach are the elite certifications. I really love this. DSSM are good knowledge about disciplined agile. Uh, right now, there is no a prerequisite for doing higher certifications. Okay, and sometimes we give them a bonus DSSM as and DSM if you do higher certification as well. So these are your certifications or DA or disciplined agile. Okay. And if I had to tell you where each stands from a content expertise level, this is something which I have done, okay, through my understanding. Uh, okay. So these are the other popular certifications: certified Scrum Master, SAFe program consultant, consultant trainer. I find the DVSA and DAC to be very strong expertise in the way to help the organization transform themselves to reduce the waste or bring value. That DVSC is there. DSC is like how to coach a team. I think very important is two certification. I'm a proponent of certification, so I talk from that language. Okay, so this is how it is, right? This is our certification group. Okay, I'm putting the uh, in the chat about the certification group. Okay, if anyone is interested, okay, they can join this certification group. Okay, we are happy to welcome them there. This certification group talks. No, we give a lot of information about. Uh, no, I just trying to figure out. Okay, we give a lot of information about disciplined agile and agility here. So we are here. This is the certification group. I put it in the chat. If anyone is interested, they are most welcome to join the certification. The Disciplined Agile group on LinkedIn is the second largest group of Disciplined Agile in the entire world. These are some of our batch timings. Okay, if anyone is interested, put it across. Okay, no, you can also add me on my LinkedIn and no, just DM me if you are interested or have any queries on anything. You just personalize message me on this. Right. And now I think I am kind of open. It's 8:43 in my watch. I'm open for questions and answers. So anyone has a question, okay, type it in the question panel. I'm going to give you one PDU as we answer, okay, at the end of this webinar so that you can use it to renew your certifications of PMI. So yeah, so please put your questions in the questions panel. Please put your questions. Okay, while you are putting questions, let me launch the poll for the webinar. Okay, how do you find the webinar? You can suggest new topics as well, which you want to learn. We have a content team which evaluates topics as the demand in the world, and then we actually present the topics. We collaborate with PMI India for the same as well. Okay, so they also have champions attending the webinars as well on often basis. Please put this thing whether you found a topic interesting, the content or good, whether there were some takeaways for you. Okay, we try to put content together. We research on the topics for you, and that's how we do 3 to 4 webinars every month. So I would love to have your suggestion, feedback to make it more interesting in the coming days as well. This is the mobile number. If you have any queries, you can drop a mail to us. This is our website address as well, right? And yeah, and I'm going to give you my one sec. I'm going to give you my LinkedIn ID as well. So if anyone wants to join, okay, send me a link request. I will be happy to get connected and we can talk about any queries you have general on project management. Okay. Thanks for your time. Okay, I ended the poll. Okay, there is one question. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. What is the demand like for DA professionals and which are the industries that prefer the DA professionals? Okay, lovely. That's a very good question, Raghavendra. Thank you for the questions. Okay, so I had actually done a little research for one of the topics on disciplined agile professionals. Okay, disciplined agile professionals, like in India, Citibank is using disciplined agile. So what I understood, there is telecom and banking sectors of fintech and banking, which is using disciplined agile, and the banking is using IT on disciplined agile. So a lot of companies like TCS, SCL are training their guys on disciplined agile. Okay, so if you ask me, IT, fintech, telecom are using disciplined agile. It is not as common as, say, a Scrum, okay, where every projects are using and it's very common. And that's a challenge where to how to build that awareness is what PMI is struggling with. But yes, there has been a good kind of adoption, but it is not as common as we perceive to be. And before PMI acquired, also disciplined agile was used by large banks and fintech companies more than other things. But right now with PMI muscle, I think it's in every industry with large companies as well. So that's something which I have noted out. Okay. And when I wanted to add this, because I did a webinar on Disciplined Agile Value Stream Consultant, which is like a newly developed certification in 2020 by PMI. It was released in 2022. And this is basically for using that certification of Disciplined Agile, you can be a transformation consultant, okay, or a transformation coach, okay, and that demand is pretty high in a lot of companies. So if you get it right, okay, that demand is pretty high. So if you go to a US job site or even an India job site and put a transformation consultant, you will see the demand to be pretty high. But that doesn't tell you that you need to be the requirement is not disciplined agile transformation consultant, but disciplined agile value stream consultant uses a lot of that. When you do that, you will become a transformation consultant. So one of the things in a coach and transformation consultant, you need to know a variety of practices, and value stream consultant focuses on transformation consultant. So that demand is pretty huge. So if you're going that way, uh, where the demand is high and the skill sets are lower, that makes a lot of sense. I hope I answered your question to a degree on this. Right? Okay. Any other question, guys, from anyone? Okay, thanks. Yeah, most welcome, Raghavendra. Okay, super. All right, guys, then. Okay, thank you for your time. And I hope you liked it and there were some takeaways for your valuable time. 1 hour is a good enough time in today's era. So thank you for attending the webinar. I hope it was useful for you. And we keep on meeting, keep on suggesting, keep on giving your valuable feedbacks to improve ourselves in terms of topic, in terms of content. We do original content each and every time. Okay. Thank you so much and a warm namaste from my side. Goodbye. Have a great day.